As a child, Meetra was found and separated from her parents and began her training as an informal Padawan under the Jedi Knight Kavar. Eventually, as a Padawan, she chose to disobey the orders of the High Council and join the Galactic Republic against invading Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders. Meetra was also Revan's most trusted general during the Mandalorian Wars. During the final battle on the Sith planet of Malachor V, she gave the permission to activate the Mass Shadow Generator. The Mass Shadow Generator destroyed both the Republic and Mandalorians. The death and destruction caused by her and her allies would have killed Meetra if she hadn't already severed her connection in the Force. She was weakened in the Force, deafened, and incapable of sensing it through the Force echoes of the suffering she inflicted and witnessed. Meetra Surik was the only Jedi under Revan able to return to Coruscant and face trial for her actions. Despite her plea to the Jedi Council, she was casted out of the Order, granting her the title of the Jedi Exile. The full details of Meetra are unknown, but what is known is that Atris planned the Exile's return to known space to trick the Sith into revealing themselves. In Knights of the Old Republic 2, Meetra eventually makes a bunch of companions who appear to be Force sensitive. She then trained them in the ways of the Jedi. Skipping ahead a little bit, at this point Darth Nihilus sent the Miraluka Visas Mar to assassinate Surik. Visas Mar eventually arrived on the Ebon Hawk. The two engaged in combat. Meetra Surik eventually beat her in the duel and was able to redeem her.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours. You must. The alternative is only another death. And I would rather die by your hands. I have nothing to offer you. Your strength is superior. It is as I felt.
Now I've seen everything. This woman, she's a Miraluka. I didn't think any were left in this part of the galaxy. Yeah, they're a pretty secretive race. I heard that some of their kind become Jedi, but a Sith? That's a new one. I'm not sure how you'd go about killing one. It'd be tricky. Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
You spared her. I did not believe you would. I am more concerned about what she will do when she recovers. Just be careful. Not everyone can be saved.
Meetra decided to eventually look for the remaining Jedi. The first place she decided to look was the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. She did not find Vrook Lamar, the person she was initially looking for, but she did find Mikal. Mikal was Surik's prospective Padawan before she left to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. Unable to find Vrook Lamar, they decided to head to Korriban to search for Lana Vash. Meetra and her companions then entered the abandoned Sith Academy after landing on Korriban. After entering the abandoned Sith Academy, they found the dead body of Lana Vash. The droid HK-47's diagnostics confirmed that Vash had been dead no longer than an hour before they arrived. After exploring the abandoned Sith Academy for a moderate amount of time, they ran into the Sith Lord Darth Sion. Sion said Surik knew what it was like to be broken, and he warned her that she could end up suffering just as he did. He also stated he could end Meetra's suffering before it even began.
I know the fires that raged upon the Duxon Moon while the Republic died around you. You know war, you know battle, and I know of Malachor of you will destroy you, as she did me, I can end it before it begins.
Surik and her companions then fought Scion multiple times, striking him down each time he'd recover fatal injuries. Kreia then informed Meetra that fighting Scion was a battle that could not be won, but there would be another opportunity to beat Scion. Meetra and her companions then decided to leave the abandoned Sith Academy. While exploring the Shyrak cave near the academy, she found the hidden tomb of Ludo Kresh. As she entered, she was confronted by many of her own personality traits as well as many of her past choices and regrets. This all took form in a series of visions. During this series of visions, she experienced a twisted version when she was recruited by Malik. One of her last visions was a vision where she fought Revan. During this series of visions, much of her character was revealed. Meetra decided to return to Dantooine after locating all of the remaining Jedi Masters. The 3 remaining Jedi Masters, Lamar, Kavar, and El, had decided her fate. They decided that they would strip Meetra Surik of the Force. As they begun the process, Kreia stormed in, revealing herself as Darth Treya, draining the Jedi Masters of their Force powers, putting them through the suffering Meetra felt on Malachor, not only killing them, but leaving them void of the Force.
Exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force. It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain, but this must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Enough! Step away from her.
What?
Step away! She has brought truth, and you condemn it. The arrogance. You will not harm her. You will not harm her ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as he did.
She is difficult to see. She's like a shadow of the Exile. We sought to lure the Sith out, and now they have come to us.
How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. Did you not hear its call on Dantooine Vrook, on its scarred surface, and in the minds of the settlers? I have endured your corruption of my other students. You shall not have this one. And you, Kaval, so close to the call of Daxan, tell me, did you not feel what poured from the moon, what had taken place there? And Zezkael, to hide upon Nar Shaddaa, yet blind yourself to all that happens there. So close to understanding the Force. So close to giving it up. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live. But I see what happened now. It is because you were afraid. As you would pass judgment on her, I have come to pass judgment on you all. Do you wish to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars, of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy? Let me show you, you who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force. See it through the eyes of the Exile.
After Meetra Surik regained her strength, she decided to head back to Telos. Brianna had been defeated at the hands of Atris. Meetra Surik then confronted Atris. After Meetra defeated Atris, she then persuaded Atris to forgive her. Atris then told Meetra Surik the location of Darth Traya. Meetra Surik then left Atris's academy. Meetra participated in the Battle of Telos 4. With the assistance from her Miraluka companion, she then defeated Darth Nihilus. After she defeated Darth Nihilus, she then decided to go to Malachor 5 to confront Traya. Before Meetra confronted Traya, she then confronted Darth Sion. Meetra Surik convinced Darth Sion to let go of his hatred. Him letting go of his hatred caused him to finally feel his numerous injuries and die.
I will not fall. I cannot die. Why? Why did she choose you? What makes you able to defeat me? Defeat me here? It is not possible to walk away from such things unscarred, to keep living when the universe dies around you. The Force is who I am. The dark side fills me. It is what I am. She will try to break you, to teach you how far someone can fall. Her weakness is you, as you are mine. I am glad to leave this place, at last.
Finally, she confronted Traya. At first, she tried to redeem Traya. The two then fought. Surik then severed Traya's remaining hand, ending their force bond in a single stroke. Traya wished for Meetra to finish her. But even after all the evil things Traya had done to her and the galaxy, she chose the Jedi path and spared the wounded Sith Lord. Rather than accept mercy, Traya became enraged and continued the battle using the Force until Surik had no choice but to strike her down. Before Traya died, she said that Meetra was the best she had ever trained. Traya would also inform Meetra about the future of the Republic and her allies.
At last, it is done. You are greater than any I have ever trained. By killing me here, you have rewarded me more than you can possibly know. She will stop hunting life and instead live it. She was not born to be a predator, despite her true father and the life she led within the shadow of Nar Shaddaa. She will miss you and think of you often. You who awakened her to what life is. She will live, but only for a time. Her death will occur in many years' time on a forgotten planet, saving the lives of others. But it will be her choice, and she will have no regrets. Many battles does that one have left in him, as Revan intended. A general needs an army as he needs those he trusts. And Canderous is a loyal beast, no matter how much he has broken upon Revan's will. But you know this. The blinded one shall return to her home world, and she shall look upon the surface of that world, and perhaps at last see what she was meant to see. Her life has been changed by your meeting in ways that may not be felt for decades to come. He cannot help but love you in his way. It is a pure, ideal love he holds.
silence, yet somehow it never dulls in your presence or through your actions. If he leaves this place, he will leave the galaxy behind him. He will sit upon the new council, reluctantly as all good men do, and he will not forget the Jedi who had lost the Force, yet showed him the way to reclaim it. After that I do not know. I do know that you must leave him behind, the same choice that Revan made. Where you are destined, you must not take anyone you love, and of the ones who traveled with you, that is all I see.
Shortly after Treya's death, Bayo Dur's remote activated the mass shadow generator. Malachor 5 had been destroyed once and for all. The crew of the badly damaged Ebon Hawk retrieved Surik and escaped the planet. After the defeat of Treya, Surik returned to Dantooine to complete training as a Jedi. Not long before this, Meetra's droid revealed he had contained information about the fate of Revan. After she found out about Revan's fate, she began her search for him. Surik was brought to the planet of Dromund Kaas, the capital of the Sith Empire. Surik was finally able to arrange a meeting with the Sith Lord. Scourge, the Sith Lord, had alerted her that Revan had been held prisoner by his own master Darth Nihilus. Surik and Scourge then waited till it was the right time to save Revan. The two eventually infiltrated the detention center. Before escaping the detention center, Meetra presented Revan his mask. After he slipped his mask on, all of his memories began to flood back. Nihilus entered the detention area with the intent of killing the three. Surik and Scourge were no match for a member of the Dark Council. Surik witnessed a reborn Revan intervene and destroy Nihilus. Overnight, Scourge experienced his first vision, seeing himself and his allies broken and defeated at the feet of the Emperor. Scourge, Revan, and Meetra were able to infiltrate the Imperial Citadel in Kaas City. They entered the Citadel, pressing on into the throne room. Surik saw that the Emperor had all but defeated Revan without even drawing a weapon. She charged to the aid of Revan, seeing the Emperor take Revan's own lightsaber to kill him. Instead of throwing her lightsaber to kill the distracted Emperor, she threw her lightsaber to deflect the killing blow. Scourge realized the only way to challenge the Emperor's plot was to make it appear as if he brought the Jedi there as a trap. Scourge then grabbed his lightsaber and stabbed her in the back, causing her to topple forward to the ground and die. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. This video took me quite a while to make. It took me easily over maybe 7 hours because I had to write the script, I had to make sure everything was correct, and then I had to record my narration, which I messed up a lot on, but then I ended up fixing it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I really worked my hardest on it, and I hope you guys really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.